Let's talk about hands in a movie not about hands. Halloween edition, like all the smoke Michael Myers had in his latest Halloween trilogy. Just like how I did with appreciating Freddy vs. Jason, I will be treating Michael's butcher knife as an extension of his hands. Starting off with the first movie of his latest trilogy, Halloween had us ready with Jamie Lee Curtis reprising her role as Laurie Strode as she goes toe to toe with the boogeyman Michael Myers. And that's truly where the hands start. Before this, Michael Myers was going on easy mode, but of course he and Laurie are going to go at it. We start to scrap off with Michael finally making it to Laurie's home. Laurie came out strapped. She originally wasn't trying to scrap. She wanted to immediately put Michael on a shirt. Laurie creeps on the door trying to surprise Michael, but she should have stood a foot away from the door instead of right on it. She know Michael ain't strapped. Michael got that Batman code, no guns when he off people, cause Michael goes through the door and palms her hair like he's about to say, "I do" to this ass whooping and killing, and bashes her head to the door like 4 times before turning her around attempting to take the air out of her. Laurie then remembers that she's still strapped and tries that t-shirt idea one more time, but only manages to take some fingers off instead. Michael slips away to regroup and Laurie checks on the fam. During that time, Michael manages to get upstairs with Laurie not too far behind. Laurie's prepared for round 2 though. Ain't no sneaking behind me, bitch. She follows Michael into her mannequin room and of course Michael set up his own trap as well. He leads Laurie to a distraction, then confuses her one more time before leaping out for the attack. Michael uses the shotty to choke out Laurie, but she gauges man's eyes to get free, and she takes out her knife to swing, but Michaels does a Floyd Mayweather-like weave to the first strike, into countering the second so that Laurie stabs herself. Then throws her like he's throwing her into the ropes, right off the building. Myers was out there admiring his work, instead of keeping his head in the game. Because the moment he got distracted, Laurie was out of there. Michael heads back downstairs to terrorize who he thought was a scared Judy Greer. But surprise motherfucker.
Gotcha.
Here comes Laurie for the third and final round of this movie, with another swing and a miss, with the counter from Michael. I'm starting to think that Michael might actually be in the gym putting in that work before murdering, before delivering one more vicious back shot from Michael. Damn. Laurie recovers and uses the pan to deliver a nice backhand into an uppercut combo, knocking Michael down a story. The girls escape and manages to trap Michael with a final kick to the face in an attempt to burn him alive. Leading into movie 2 of Michael with hands, and man, he was really about that smoke with this one. His first encounter after literally escaping smoke is to start smoke with some of the town's firefighters. He viciously beats one, while taking out the other in such a savage style.
Take my hand now!
Michael's like, "I ain't taking your hand, but you gonna catch these." Michael walks out and everyone knew what was up off rip. You ever approached an aura so menacing that without one word, the whole crew knew they had to jump him? Yeah, that's the energy Michael gave these boys. Michael starts to charge, and one of the firefighters puts the hose on him, but Michael walks through 200 pounds of pressure to jab man's right in the face. Parries the next and hits him with a hook, takes away the other fighter's swing and jabs him as well. Gut checks the man into the air. Michael raised that man in the air like he cresting him to be king. Lastly, Final Buddy gets overpowered by the pure strength of Michael. Mans was playing no games in these updates. We didn't get a Laurie versus Michael in this movie for some reason. The ending did give us some of the most smoke Michael has ever partaked in all his movies. We end this movie off with Laurie's daughter luring Michael into the street, where it seems like the entire crowd is ready to jump Mans and put him to sleep.
For God!
I mean, they pulled up with confidence.
It's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to one good scare.
They just knew that Michael was going on a shirt tonight, and Michael just slowly puts on his mask, ready to feast on all that smoke. But you see, they fucked up with letting that man get ready. This ain't Dragon Ball Z.
At least I did something instead of just standing there staring at them.
We do that a lot.
But anyway, Buddy with the plaid pajama strikes first, knocking Michael off balance, then doubles down with a hook to the face. His neighbor must know the sneak technique, cause he comes out of nowhere with a swing of his own. Mike goes for a right swing, but first Buddy also knows the ancient art of weaving, while another hits Michael from the back.
This we going to I vow.
Yeah. You vow.
That's a valid. I would take that valid.
This man deserves to die. How you bring the only insta-kill, besides the sheriff, get point blank and then miss? Damn shame.
Shame.
He lucky other Buddy came clutch with the hit to the gut. Mans learned from his last mistake and loaded the entire clip on Michael. Another stay down, double tap from Buddy, and another one, and some more, until eventually it's jump season. They actually got Michael to take a nap for a second. I'm impressed. But me personally though, this is when I'm doubling down. Extra head stomps, unloading like 3 more clips, the works. I need to see the head come off. But hey, that's just me. That should have been them too, cause Mike wakes up fast and heads for the knife, but Karen intercepts and delivers the final blow to their onslaught. Once again though, extra head stomps, 3 clips, etc. Well, they take too long for my plan, and Mike makes a comeback, starting off with a left, ending old timer. Then an uppercut to Tony the Tiger dressing at. Then takes out the leg and arm of another before right swinging one Buddy. Mike is just beating ass at this point. Not the beat off arm, then takes out another with a right hook. One of the main characters is last to go with a body blow. And a taste of his own medicine. How was the whole town able to successfully jump someone, then fail at jumping all in the same night? Make that make sense. Transitioning to the last movie, Laurie and Michael Myers finally had their last battle. After Michael finally makes it to Laurie, he searches the home for her. But this time around, Laurie lays the distraction for Michael, allowing her to knock the knife down and getting a nice swing in. She goes for a second, but Michael catches it and puts her in a position not fit for a horror movie. Then slams her head and throws her down. Mike puts his foot on her throat trying to end it, but Laurie remembered that a 60-year-old man's knees are bad and kicks his only kryptonite. Laurie gets up, but ain't shit changed as Mike slams her and tosses her again to another position that makes me want to lower the volume. To make things worse, Mike went from scary to just being a dick. Mike over there looking like yeah, about to turn your bitch ass into Dr. Connors. Laurie says fuck all that and headbutts her away from having a strong hand, with Mike tossing her around again. Laurie preps herself for a wild swing, but Mike catches it and has her like, stop poking yourself, stop poking yourself. Laurie tries to rip the mask off, distracting Michael long enough for Laurie to strap his hand and comboing that with a vicious swing, popping the old man's shoulder out of socket. Obviously he's pissed, but that doesn't matter as Laurie overpowers him and, hey yo. This movie low-key freaky, but she gets another knife to deliver another crucial blow. Look at the release on Laurie's face. You could tell it's been a while.
I haven't had no sex!
But Michael isn't satisfied yet, like
Another one.
and goes for another round. But Laurie isn't having any of that. And throws a whole fridge on him so he can finally chill. Just as she was finally about to deliver the fatality, Mike had one more in him. Luckily, Laurie's granddaughter came in clutch and snapped that man's arm like a Kit Kat commercial. Laurie finally ends man, but I can't lie, this was single-handedly the best double tap ever. Man, they hooked that man on top of the car like a bad mattress, took him to the dump, carried that man's body like Tobey Maguire, then crushed that man so that nothing was left but tomato soup. I mean, you can't double tap better than that. But that's the end of Michael and his hands. Mike was out there giving smoke in these movies. Makes me wonder who would win between him and Rob Zombie's Mike. Well, that's it for this video. Like if you like the video, subscribe if you like the content, and as always, y'all be easy. Happy Halloween.